Hello guys, welcome to another video. So today we are going all in with our water-based markers. Okay, so as we did before, we are going to use LYRA water-based markers for this one, for these two, let's say. So let me just send here the reference images to my iPad. Alright, already have them. That's perfect. Alright, so right now what we need to do, hey there, Drew. Yeah, like this page here, it's dedicated to like Portuguese based desserts, cakes, you know, that type of stuff. And these ones, they are like a little bit special due to the season we are in, actually. Yeah, also I prefer way more the custard pie, but this one actually was like a childhood memory, you know, like almost when I was young, let's say. Like it was like the thing that most kids would eat if you were to a pastry shop, you know, or a cafe or something like that. Because like people, like the parents would say that, like, since it's like a dry cake, you know, and doesn't have like creams or nothing like that, it's supposed to be healthier since it was like a dry cake. But right now, like people discovered like this type of cakes actually makes worse than probably like eating a cream cake, you know, because of all the flour and stuff. No, the rice cake. And actually I figured out why is it called rice cake. All these years I never knew why it was called this way. And actually, like in the beginning, these cakes were made with rice flour, as not only rice flour, but it used like rice flour. But I guess nowadays it's just like plain flour, you know. So this one here, it's like it's like a special type of cake. It's not it's not proper like a cake. It's like a mixture between a cake and bread, you know. It's like a sweet bread, let's say. And it has like 2 eggs here, like 2 boiled eggs. This has some history, like it has like some pagan background to it, but then like the Christianism like picked that up and converted to a more like a excuse, like a Christian, let's say, excuse to use this, you know. So just picking up the colors here. Yeah, yeah, that happens. So, let's start here. Also, always start like with the lightest tones. And as I was saying, like this thing, it's more. It was used to be like a pagan cake. Hey there, Kshara. Because this was usually offered on the coming of spring, you know. And that's where we are right now, at least here in Portugal. So this used to be offered on that occasion. No. This is not. I'm going to show you then the reference, okay? So you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this thing here that I'm coloring now, this used to be like an offering for the beginning of spring, okay? And then, as soon as our country became like with more like Christian roots, it then suddenly was used for like a Easter thing, you know, something that you like the Godfathers would offer on Easter. Yeah, I know, but there are a lot of places around the world that's not spring, you know. For instance, like in Brazil right now, it's summer, and it's like the becoming of autumn, you know. So it's this thing here, okay? It's more like a sweet bread, you know. So right now, just going over some, like giving like the first layers. It's not yet that crispy, Kashara, but I hope it will be. Zizi, thank you very much. Thank you for being here as well. So now just fading here our layers. As I said, this one first, it's like a more working here on those base layers and then adding some details later. Yeah, no problem. No problem, bro. Go for it. Yeah, of course. Let me just finish this part here and I can show you other stuff, okay? So it just don't dry on me. Alright. So yeah, but I can show quickly. Like this thing here I did during Saturday and Sunday, okay, with the same markers. And then I have already like other stuff. I can pick up some things that are around here, more like this one I did like with pastel pencils. This one actually as well with pastel pencils, okay. These are like the ones that are really closer here to me. But yeah, you can check a lot of the other ones on my channel, okay? So let's keep going then. As I said, for now I'm just going here with the base layer, okay? Just worrying with placing some gradients right. And as you can see, the cool thing about using this type of markers is that you can be like really like all over the place, you know. You don't need to be like really thoughtful about what you are doing, because the most important thing will be when you'll use like the brush to smooth everything and to try to bring all the colors together, right? You see that I'm not like really thoughtful about where I'm placing the colors. Thank you very much, Kishara. That really means a lot, you know. Like every single like on the live streams, on the subscription on the channel, that really helps me out here. Okay. Let me just clean a little bit the brush. Copihitem. Hello. Alright. It's more or less like this. It's nice. By the way, well, do you know pastel de nata? So this is what I'm doing here, okay? This like sweet bread, let's say. That's what I'm doing right here, okay? And now for the proper egg inside here, we are going to use some orange. Thank you very much. We'll first do this orangey layer, then we'll do like the blacks, okay? Because it has some shadow here, but I don't want to mix everything at the same sitting, you know? So it just don't darken up a lot of everything. But this part here will be definitely way darker, okay, because of the shadow. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, I do everyday live streams. Yeah, this is our like most known let's say custard, or most known, it's not like a cake, but well, it's pastel de nata. And I can tell you, if you want, a little bit about the story of it. Because this this came from the monastery, you know. Well, honestly, I don't know. I like food first, and as you can see, I don't know if you can probably see, but I'm not properly a skinny person. That's something that I really like. So it's like the thing on mixing the, since I have to do something, might well do something that I really enjoy. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a mini pie. It's like, because I'm from Portugal, okay? And here like we call like the direct translation of what you call here as this, we call it bolo. And if you go for the direct translation, bolo is cake, okay? But bolo doesn't have to be like a full, like, you know, like those, a full like birthday cake, you know? It can be also used to call like these smaller ones, you know? That's why I was calling it cake, because it's like the direct translation. But yeah, it's not like a cake, a proper cake, like a birthday cake or anything like that, you know. It's like a small pastry, something like that. Yeah, well, this acts like a brush, you know, like a paintbrush, but it has like some water in it, and you just go all around. So yeah, I do live streams every day. Yes, actually, and every day I try to do at least one piece. Since these are like quite simple and small, I'm doing like both. I'm doing 2 pieces today, okay? But if I'm but at least like one piece I'll do. If I'm working like in a really larger piece, I'll just do like one part in one day, and I'll finish the other the next day, you know. Rue, your colleagues are already know. Yeah, well, yeah. But I'm not considering just the pastel nut, okay? I'm considering like every single like tiny, sorry, every single tiny pastry, okay? Spices? How so? Sorry, I don't understood the question. Oh, okay. Actually, never did. Actually, I could work it out. Some like botanical stuff, right? But yeah, never did. But I can do it as well, for sure. Some more like botanical stuff, right? Sri Lanka? Yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, definitely. I could try out some things like that, some like floral stuff. It's giving neon colors. Well, the point here, well, it's to arrive something like this, you know. This is just like the base layer, okay. So just going to let it rest for a minute, and then I'll start to work on top of it to add those little details. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I could try it out. Yeah, definitely. Like, but you see, like, you are talking about blending, like blending skills. Like this, honestly, it's not properly a skill, you know. This is pretty straight to and pretty easy to work with it, you know. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. It was the same time, yeah. It was at the same, more or less, the same. Yeah, it was the same time that Portuguese people went to India. It should be like around the same time. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that, well, okay, Ru. That's a that's a positive side. Like if I'm working on food and if that makes you hungry, then I guess I'm doing something more or less decent at least. Yeah, definitely. Well, sorry, what is your name? Kopihitan. Sorry, it's trickier for me to say your username. But Jill, like it depends on the markers you are using. Okay, if you use like alcohol markers, it's the way they blend. It's different. What I'm using here, it's water-based markers. Okay, it's a little different. And you can go with like also really cheap water-based markers, so you can blend like this. They are like cheaper options, you know. For instance, actually, yesterday arrived a kit that I ordered from Ohuhu. Oh, alright. Copy hitam, okay. No problem there, no problem. You don't need to change. It's just like so I can get used to to it, okay? Yeah, alcohol markers are a little bit trickier. You have to really work like inside each marker, you know. Yeah, I know there are different countries, but what I was saying, it was like it was on the 16th century that like the sailors from Portugal went to discover India, you know, and I guess it was during that time that eventually they would stop by Sri Lanka, you know. Hello, and Sabah. Indonesia, nice. So I was telling you guys like, yes, yesterday it arrived a a set of acrylic markers from Ohuhu actually, and they also have like a pretty, I'm kinda doing here a an ad, but it's not properly, I'm not gaining anything with it, just to clarify you guys that Ohuhu has really decent marker choices, you know. And like if you go to Ohuhu website, you have like 60 color 60 like 60 a pack of 60 colors of water-based markers for 20 bucks, you know, which is pretty cheap. And these ones cost me like, it's only like 24, okay, and this one costs me like $40, like double the price, and it's only like 24, okay. And I bought from Ohuhu as well acrylic markers, but these ones were, let me just, I don't remember the price. Yeah, these ones was $30, okay. Yeah, this one, like this box, like 72 markers, you know. Let me just put this aside to show you. Yeah, look at this, it's absurd, you know. And you have like even here more like all this for $30. It's pretty cheap, you know. I didn't test it yet though, these acrylic markers, but from what I saw already online, I guess they are pretty cool, okay. So yeah, I'm going to live stream with these, even I guess this week at least. I don't know if it will be tomorrow, but or tomorrow or Friday or whatever. I'll be using this also in live stream, these acrylic markers, so you guys can see as well if they are good enough or not. So now let's go towards the darker areas here. This is a deep sepia. Okay. Darken up a little bit. Oops, not this one. I'm going for this one first. Sponsor Carl. Alright. Like acrylics just change a little bit the way you paint, right? Because with acrylics you don't have like this you don't do this type of mixing, right? It's more like in your face. Jess Carp. I already heard something about her, actually. I guess. Is she a YouTuber as well, or? I think she is, right? I guess I already saw something about her. Now going with some more darks here and there. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess I already saw some videos of her. But what remember me, what does she work with? What type of mediums? Well, actually, copy hidden. Actually, I already consider that for sure, because I also need to have some long form, like usual, like those more normal long form videos, you know. But since I'm always like, since I'm like everyday live streaming, it's been a little complicated to to manage to do that. But yeah, but I already like consider it, yes, for sure. But yeah, but on the other point, yeah, that's exactly Ru. Like I use a lot of different materials, you know. I try a lot of them. That's one thing that I really enjoy to do, is just to really experiment. Like this thing here, like these markers, I never used these markers. I bought them Saturday, this Saturday. So yeah, I never used this before, and I didn't as well, like I know I have almost no experience with watercolor whatsoever, so all this, it's really like a experiment, you know. I don't know really if what I'm doing here it's the correct way of doing it. I'm just going with the flow, you know. Just going from what it seems like it should work, you see. Yeah, I'll do that definitely, because like my sketchbook, it's already filled, almost filled. It's just like two or three pages left. And yeah, I'll definitely do a sketchbook tour. Yeah, for sure. Like old, but what do you mean by old? That really, really old, old? Like when I was a kid, or? Okay, so right now here I just messed up. I put too much dark in here. I didn't want that dark. Yeah, well, I can show you like the sketchbook from I started this live stream series, let's say, on January. So I can show you from the beginning, from January, yes. But I don't have my really old sketchbooks from like I don't know, like from teenage years or whatnot. Like I don't know even where they are, you know. They might be like lost somewhere on my parents' home, most likely. But yeah, but definitely I could show you mine, like the most recent ones, you know, that I do have here. Just going here with some orange to give it a little warmth. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yes, I did. Yeah, Rue. All right. All right. So now, just picking up the white acrylic. To do the highlights, right? It's like a Posca pen, you know. Yeah, but Rue, if it was to be the thing, like I didn't send you, but at least you know that thing, it's yours, let's say. So right now, I'll just leave like for a while to dry a little bit more. And then I'll go with our Posca pen to do the highlights. And usually here it's where it really comes to life. That's the thing that I enjoy the most, even in tattoos. Oops, guess I already messed up. Alright. Okay, it's already. It's not fully dry. Yeah, I know, you showed me. Copy hidden. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can get points by like watch time, you know, just by watching, by commenting, by subscribing, like everything, you know. But like, by the way, those like the comment, like the exclamation mark and points, it kind of has a little delay now and then, so I don't know how many points it will show you, but more likely it will have like more than it will show you, you know, because it has a little bit of delay. Streamlabs does like a little delay there. Yeah, that happened to Christina, actually. She already got 2000 points. But what I'm doing, like right now, I can't do it yet because since my since I'm not yet partner with a YouTube program, I can't do the digital like emblems, you know, like the digital badges. But when I'm able to, when I'll enter the program, I'll start doing those digital badges, so it will appear on the on your username, like a custom badge, you know. That was what I'm thinking about, like reaching those like 2000 or 3000 points, you know. Yeah, exactly. Copy hidden. Yeah, that's at least what I do. I don't know if this is the way to do it. Okay, but at least that's my approach. It's like do like first a base layer, you know, with like the light and mid tones. Okay, let it rest a little bit. Then go with the darker ones. Okay, then let it rest again, and after that go with the highlights using like a acrylic marker to do the really high highlights, if there are any. Okay, but if they are, yeah, that's like my go-to process. But as I said, like I don't know if this is like the standard thing for watercolor or not. Don't really know. But at least that's what I do. Oops, it just released a lot of ink. Yeah, well, you know, that's a little bit my point as well, you know, because like I like how it looks. It maybe there are still like a better way, I don't know, to do this, but that's what I used to do. So, and since I like it, like the look, the finish the final result, that's what I tend to use, you know. I don't know that. I'll be really honest with you. I don't even know how that works. You know, the super chat thing and whatnot. I'm like, I'm really, I'm not that really into that YouTube thing. You know. I guess like super chat, it's when that's what I know. I don't know if that's correct or not. Okay, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Super chat is like when someone sends money, right, on the chat. I guess it's something like that. I don't know. So, I'm going to show you the reference again. Okay. This is a little bit too bright here. Okay, more or less. Okay. Hey there, Lock for Life. No problem, man. Are your midterm already finished? Super chat, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought it would be something around it. Yeah. So, I'm not liking that much one thing here. Okay. No, the thing is, I'm just going to try to give a little bit more volume on this strip here. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, bro. Okay. Then it's there. Okay. Didn't knew that. Alright, so wait just a moment, guys. I'll see you. I'll see your chats. Let me just finish up here really quickly. I'll just reply. Going to just to fade a little bit more here. like this. So yeah, the theme is pastries. Yes, it is Portuguese pastries, by the way. Yeah, I do oil pastels. Yeah, you can check my other live streams. I already dabbed a little bit with oil pastels, for sure. Really, Dog for Life? And that really... that helped anything? That was helpful for you? Rue, you joined on Roblox Ninja livestream? Okay. Do you play Roblox? So now, this thing will rest for now, okay? And the other one I'm doing here, it's slightly smaller here. It's like a egg pudding, okay? It's also like a traditional dessert here in Portugal. And a Easter dessert, actually. And okay, yeah, we'll start. Here. Oh, okay, yeah. So why did you join the Roblox Ninja live stream? Okay. Oh, yeah, you okay. You were telling. Oh, I didn't understood. Okay, you were saying that you joined here the live stream when you were looking on Roblox Ninja live stream, right? All right. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. That's curious. All right. Just removing here a little bit of this, of the water, right? Oh, the chameleon. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you were talking about. Well, it's not like the. Oh, I already see. It's not the Roblox. It's when I was doing the live stream on the Ninjago Lego, right? Yeah, already. Yeah. Yeah, now it's pudding time. This is like an egg pudding. So we have here in Portugal, we have a lot of desserts with eggs, you know, using eggs. Because like in old times, like people on the monasteries would use a lot of egg whites to go to iron the priests' wardrobes, you know. They used a lot of egg whites, and then it will always like they always had like a lot of egg yolks lurking around, you know. So they started doing this type of desserts to use those extra egg yolks, you know. Pudding, it's one of them. We have a lot more here in Portugal. No, it's Portuguese pudding. It's Portuguese egg pudding. All these are like Portuguese traditional desserts, alright? It's this thing here, okay? Four weeks, yeah, 1 month old. Hey there, Black Jade. So what I'm doing here, it's exactly the same as I did before, you know. Going for the mid-tones and light tones first. And only then I'll go for the darker ones. You'll have to go to the bakery. Alright. Now, on top here, we'll use like a reddish brown, you know. It's cheat day. It will be something like this. This is what? Pompeian red. Yeah, something between Pompeian red and Venetian red. It's, I guess, let me check here. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah. It needs a little bit darker. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, it's a game changer, Rue. You'll be able to work with much more layers, you know. Especially if you are working like with markers and that's that type of stuff, you know. Now, going here for the deep sepia. This is almost like black. I'm also not that great, you know, at that, honestly. And you can see here that I make a lot of mistakes as well, you know. Black Jade. I never worked with alcohol-based markers. Right now I'm using water-based ones, you know, and I guess tomorrow or in the next day or tomorrow or Friday I'll be using acrylic markers. But well, for now I don't even have alcohol-based markers. Okay, but yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, for sure. I can do a little video on that. Yeah, I'll definitely do it. Dude, it's like I like helping people out, you know, and I don't know everything, obviously, but well, if I know something and people would like me to explain or to help, I'm more than open to do it, you know. Because also a lot of stuff that I know right now, it's also from YouTube, so it feels just right to just give back, right? Oh shoot, I don't remember if I guess I'm using this one. I wasn't remembering which one I was using. I guess it was this one or the one. Oh no, I guess it was this one. Yeah. Thank you, but like I like to do like okay, I like to try out like these different stuff, you know, because I kind of, if I just stick with like the same things, I'm like I become really bored really quickly, you know, and I always like to experiment and to try different things. It's much more like refreshing, you know, for me. And as I guess I already said this before, but it's the same when I'm tattooing, you know. Usually tattoo artists just stick with a specific style they prefer, but I just go like with like stuff that are a little bit more difficult, or not difficult, but at least harder for me, you know. Stuff that I don't fully understand yet. Yeah, yeah, of course. And yeah, and I'm doing that, and I'm feeling like really good about it, you know. Yeah. No. And any like I have like no masterpieces here, you know. These are all like experiments, you know. And you see, like at least today, I already made a couple of mistakes that you saw, and then it's there. Like the issue then is just to try to solve it, you know. Trying to fix it the best I can. You see. Now doing the sauce. This is like the caramel sauce, you know. Hey there, cats. How are you? Oh, really? What was it? It probably could be like if it's, I guess if it's like too long, eventually they don't allow it. I don't know why, but yeah. Hello, Yasser. All nice. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. So copy hidden. I'm a teacher. Okay, I teach like young kids, and actually, what you're saying, it's really true. Okay, it's like when you, and what I try to do also with my kids at school, it's exactly the same thing. You know, usually when someone already understood what it's supposed to do, it doesn't matter what, you know, whatever it is, then I'll try to make that person explain to the others, you know, because when they explain, they just consolidate the knowledge, you know. That's very true. Like teaching just like helps you consolidate like everything, you know. And it's the best way to learn. It's the best way to learn. It's actually to teach. It can feels like a little bit like a nonsense, but it's very true. Yeah. Hey there, young bug. Yeah. Well, I teach young kids. Okay. Like in the age of 8, 9 years old, more or less. Oh yeah, but I saw that comment. Yeah, I saw it through, and I replied to you, I guess. But yeah, I was saying like like just right here, like right now, today I just did a whole lot of mistakes. And like the point, it's always like to try to fix them, you know. And that's also how you can get better as well, right? Of course, every single new thing that you will do, that will come with a lot of mistakes, and that's perfect. Like it's normal, you know. You shouldn't be afraid of making mistakes. It's completely normal, and they are, and in my opinion, they are healthy even to make mistakes, you know. So here another one, another mistake. Of course, of course. I appreciate you. Keep trying, because it's with that we can grow, you know. With those like trials and errors, that we can actually arrive somewhere, you know. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Doing here some like speckles, you know. You'll also have this thing here on the image. So just doing some little ones here and there. And then I'll go with the highlights. Yeah. All right. So the pudding here is this one, okay. Now I'm going to give the really high highlights. Here it will have a lot of life, for sure. The highlights will make a huge difference in this one. So this one here, well, it could have been better, let's say. I guess I'll try to add some more details after the highlights, because some areas here are a little bit like mushed up, you know, but for now let me see how it will look like with the highlights. Let me just like let it rest a little bit to dry everything. But yeah, for sure I'll do, so I have a whole lot of videos actually to do, right? I'll do like a review. I'll do a review video, and in the same video some techniques, let's say, for blending, okay? Like with these watercolor markers, with the acrylic ones, okay? Do you want me to do anything else? For example, like coloring pencils, I don't know if you would like to, because it's a little bit straightforward, I guess. And if you see like my live stream on the when I use the color pencils, I was telling a lot of the technique that I was using there, so you can get that as well. Yeah, the white pen it's what really brings everything to life. It's the same on tattoos, you know. When I'm tattooing, when it's time for the highlights, it's like it just becomes like another different tattoo. And it hurts a little bit more, the white highlights on tattooing, but it just becomes something absolutely different, you know. Oh really? What about now? It's better? I'll just remove this thing here, I don't need this anymore. Better? Nice. So, I'll just start here with the bottom, because I guess it's the part where it's already dried up more. Well, I don't know, do you do have access to Amazon? Well, honestly, if I would say, like, my personal choice, would be just this thing here on the rice cake. This part of the wrap, it's my perfect thing of it all, you know. It's just like the wrap thing. So, by the way, I'm just trying to do something here, okay? So I have a little highlight around here, okay, in the middle, but I don't want it to be like really harsh, you know? So I'm just trying to do some light passings with a pen, and then with the finger I just try to smudge a little bit, okay? So it just doesn't stick like really harsh, you know. So it just appears a little bit more faded, you know, like this. See? Because it's not like a really harsh highlight. This is an acrylic. It's a Posca pen, but it's basically like an acrylic white pen. Okay. Yeah. Now these are a little bit harsher, these highlights. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Hello. Thank you for the sub. So as I told you, like when I was shading these areas, I just rubbed a little bit with my finger. But with this one, thank you very much, Breakfast. But with this, since I want a really high highlight, I just go all in, you know. So some more, a little bit more touches here and there. Just go with the, I guess this could be, let me see, yeah, just a darker tone to create more contrast, right? Alright. No, it's boiled eggs. You just like boil some eggs, and then you place them on top of the bread, and then do some like a strip of dough on top, crisscrossed, you know. So yeah, it's more or less this, I guess. Out of the Ghibli. I'm just not liking this part here to being so light. Just going over, this just became too light for my taste. Just going over it a little bit. Alright. Yeah. And yeah, I guess that's it. So I guess that's done. Almost 2 hours for these two little pieces. So thank you very much, guys, for being here. Honest. I guess I never saw a proper like Ghibli film, you know. I know what they are, and I saw some like shorts, some excerpt, like some small takes, you know, but never saw like a whole movie. But yeah, so it is done. Hope you guys liked it. Yeah, definitely. I know the whole aesthetic and that, you know, I know the thing, but I guess I never saw like a whole movie, you know. I guess next we'll test out here the acrylic markers. Okay. it will be like a different vibe to it, because it has more, it has way more, it's more, well, it's more like right in your face, you know, kind of vibe. Like you don't mix your, don't, it's not like a smoother, it's not like the smoothest thing, you know. But it will, I guess it would be interesting also to have some contrast with this one as well, you know. I don't know if I'll keep going here with this theme, but I guess I'll just try to do like other type of stuff, I guess. But yeah. So, guys, thank you very much for being here, okay? See you tomorrow, around the same time as today, okay? Thank you very much, and have a nice day. Have a nice Wednesday. And yeah, see you tomorrow, around the same time, more or less, okay? Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Oh, okay. So have a nice night. Thank you all. Bye bye.